Good morning. This is Bobby Dupre with the Bobby Dupre Show, presented to you each Thursday morning at 7 a.m. for the first showing, and many of you are listening to it on KSLO and 105.3 out of Simmsport, Louisiana, and KSLO, of course, is downtown Opelousas, Louisiana. And, of course, many of you are watching it on cable television throughout Acadiana, and a growing list watching it on the internet.
That's correct.
So we say good morning to all of you, and this is my sidekick, Andrew, here.
Good morning.
And
our first show in June of 2011.
Exactly, June 1st. Well,
we're filming on June 1st, and we'll broadcast on June 2nd.
June 2nd,
Just
right.
in case people wondering if this was filmed before the funeral or after the funeral.
Boy, did they spread, the word got out.
Saturday night when the police car came to the house to see if what they could do to help, now that they had heard you had passed away, my wife was trying to figure out what was going on with the police at the house, and I said, baby, just go in the house, I'm gonna go see what's going on. Then we talked a little bit and made some calls, and I didn't call you directly. I just kind of verified third hand. They could see you having a good time. I didn't have to bother you with it. But the rumor got around pretty quick that you were gone.
Pretty quick. In fact, a couple of calls came in. Senator Albert Lee Gilroy.
He called?
Called, and he, worked around. And
well, in case he had to send something out to the Senate for the family. You should have certificate on holiday weekend,
And then Chief Gallo called me, Perry called me, and he talked, and I said, well, this is nice of you on
Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. He said, well, I haven't seen much of you lately, and we keep saying we're going to have lunch, and we haven't had it, and and
nobody wanted to tell you direct.
Nobody wanted to tell me direct, and had a couple other calls. In fact, the first call was from Carl DeVille. Mm-hmm. My horse trainer, and he was.
He better be the first to go. He got all them horses to feed.
Yeah, that's right. He wants to know who's going to pay the bill.
That's right.
So he beat around the bush. He was in Shreveport, but his daughter Chassie heard about it at the racetrack.
Right.
Some horseman told him about it, and so it went on. He says, well, I've got to tell you why I called. He says, I heard you had a heart attack. I said, no heart attack. In fact, I said, I'm
feeling pretty good, huh?
Feeling real good. Feel better now that I'm alive. And so that went on, and I didn't give it a big thought, and I never thought about it.
You just figure one person
Albert
hears
calling,
that.
and Perry, every holiday, he usually emails me something, good morning, and have a nice day, and have a happy Easter, whatever. And so finally, I noticed little Joe Simeon had called twice. And I didn't see the calls come in.
Right.
So Sunday morning, when I figured he was up, I gave him a call. Whoo, he says, it's good. He said, you okay? I said, yeah. He said, did you get a call from Chief Gallo last night? I said, yeah, I did. Well, he said, what he really wanted, he had heard that you had died. You had a heart attack and died. And I said, whoa, wait a while here. I think I know the reason. I said, Bobby Savoy died, had a heart attack, brought him to the hospital, and I guess he was dead.
I guess when that rumor happened, it was Bob.
Just Bobby.
Close to the same age.
Yeah, that's right. He's 72, and I'm a little older.
But the word got around. In the old days, David Lincoln and I would flip a coin. We'd call it, they'd call us, do you know if it's true? So David and I would flip a coin, which one of us was going to call you, which one of us was going to go look. So this go around, we both decided, we
passed it up.
Yeah, we had it enough. It happens, and it's happened with all. It's not just you; it's all your partners, of course. Joe Fred been very busy in the business, and we'll get that call. And J.E., different people here in town. The rumors of your demise have been exaggerated, right? You're okay. You feeling good this morning?
Oh yeah.
You're not one of those computer-generated things this morning. You're the real deal.
You're right.
But Bobby Savoy.
Yeah, Bobby Savoy, age 72,
Right.
died over the past weekend. He was buried on Monday, and I want to apologize. I didn't get to go and visit. I guess I was recuperating from
your own problem.
from my own problems. But I remember, grew up together. It was a small town, and of course his daddy operated a barber shop here in Opelousas for many years, all his life. I guess he was a barber, and Bobby fell in the same footsteps, although not long after he had started. He had gone to one of the first schools, I guess, of anybody around here to do the styling when they came out with the hairstyle.
You got barbers and you have hairstylists, kind of a different group.
Little different. And he became very popular in that field around here. And then he took on the Roffler wholesale,
all the hair products.
Hair products, and did very, very well. And he was doing my hair, and when something came up, it was either went into the motorcycles or the Roffler, about the same time maybe, I'm not sure. But he asked me if I'd mind trying the new barber that had just returned from school. And I said, sure. And of course, that was Sonny Ray. And after all these years, Sonny Ray's still my barber.
Still the new barber.
Still the new barber. And I'm one of his few that he's down to 2 days now. So I guess my days are limited, but that's okay. In fact, I was treated to a free haircut. Well, she got paid, but I didn't have to pay. I called Ramp. I said, Ramp, I've got to go somewhere. I think it was on the Monday. I've got to go to a meeting. And I said, you think you could see if somebody could take me at your shop? So he called. He said, yeah. Well, I said, good. He says, I'll come by and pick you up. So, boy, he came in that big, beautiful yellow Corvette, picked me up, and we went. And I want to thank Phyllis, he has three stylists, and then, of course, his son. And Phyllis is from Port Barry, knows you, and did a very good job. I don't think even Sonny Ray would fuss me. He doesn't like for me to go to anybody else.
Well, I know how that works.
And I'm breaking the ice right here on the ass so that he can cool down by the time I need my next cut. But anyhow, I want to thank Ramp. And so anyhow, my deepest sympathies to the Bobby Savoy family. It's a little story that maybe we stretched it a little bit, but Bobby, he was always into different things. He had taken on some foreign motorcycle franchise many years ago. I mean, many years ago. Then a few years ago, he had the little Yanmar tractors.
Which is a big deal.
They were like new, but they were used.
Right.
And then he had taken on electric.
New to you.
Yeah, that's right. And then he had taken on a distributorship for electric golf carts.
Which turned into a big
No,
thing.
not golf, electric four-wheelers.
Okay.
And I don't think the batteries were quite up to snuff. Now, Jimmy Prados has just bought a Polaris.
One of the new generation
New
ones.
generation, 50 miles an hour, beautiful. He took me for a ride at Winfield when we went 2 weeks ago.
Ways when you don't have a lot of weight to carry.
That's right.
Just a bike, not a car.
So Bobby, and he always was on top of the game, always.
Got an edge.
And loved to go fishing at his camp out below Sulphur on the White. It probably has something about that big lake.
Big lake, that's right.
His camp at Big Lake, and I missed out. He was going to take me, and he actually called me a couple of times, and I couldn't go. And then he's gone.
Yep.
My sympathies.
All right, couple of sponsors. Benny's Supermarket. Now, Benny's always has great stuff. I went this week to get my little salad. Little Benny walked up to me and says, it's that time of the year when we have our anniversary special. I said, sure. He says, it's 35 years this year that Daddy opened the business here in town. So for 35 years, Benny's Supermarket has been here, right there in the same location there, downtown Opelousas.
What was it originally called?
it was like an IGA, a big star.
Big Star.
Big Star.
Big Star.
Yeah. And so
I think he
was in like the wholesale business, and then
from North Louisiana.
something like that. One of the distributors
Yeah.
saw, he decided he had gone as far as he could go up in that company, couldn't go any higher. He says, well, I think maybe if I ran my own store, I could do better. Went looking around, found this store, looked like a good location, looked like a good little town, and everything has worked out for the community
For
and
the family.
him. Oh,
And the family.
That's right.
That's right.
Next generation are already involved. Mr. Benny says he's retired, but he's still in and out of there all the time. That's right.
He's everywhere.
And little Benny's in and out of there all the
Yeah.
time, keeping things going. So if you get a chance, go to Benny's Supermarket here in town. 35 years this week. Great specials going on next week. It's going to be the big anniversary special. Watch. We're going to talk next week, I'm sure, about the cake cuttings and the ribbon cuttings and all the different things that they're going to be doing. Don't forget about them for 7 days a week, the deli. I go by right now for the salads. I kind of got off. I was eating the rice and gravy too much there again, so I'm about to get back on my salads there again. But the fresh produce, I picked up a big sack of oranges there again. Always one best of the best produce. Blake's Brew House with 80 some odd flavors of beer. Go by Benny's Supermarket.
Well, the annual meeting of the Slemco members, because it's a co-op. So everybody that pays and has a utility bill from them is a member.
Right.
And they're having their 74th annual meeting this Saturday, June
4th.
The 4th, June the 4th. And so we'd encourage you, if you're a member, please go there. You have a big opportunity to win an automobile. Youngsters, 20 scholarships are going to be given, awarded. Music from
bands.
Early in the morning, food.
Cajun Dome.
At the Cajun Dome, and everybody has a good time. And we certainly want to thank Slemco for being one of our sponsors
Yes,
here
sir.
on the program. We thank them.
Carl's Thrifty Way, all your medicinal needs. Carl's Thrifty Way, from your prescription drugs to over-the-counter type drugs. They can sit with you, talk to you about your prescriptions, help compound multiple prescriptions to make them easier to take. You're taking this big old horse pill, you said, got a big old horse pill I have to take. They can kind of grind those things, compound them down to multiple things that you have to take into one easy to take type powder. Go by Carl's Thrifty Way also for their gifts, monogramming, gift wrapping, and home decorating ideas. That's Carl's Thrifty Way. And KSLO will see you on the other side of 3.
Exactly. Got a fax message here from Tammy Vidrine, who is one of the employees over at Taylor and Trosclair Attorney Office, and sent this to our Kathy here at the TV station. Kathy, you may want to let Mr. Bobby know that Paul Vidrine is an employee of Accurate NDE. And of course, they're one of our sponsors on the break and have been for years. What it is Paul Vidrine has recently been diagnosed with leukemia. And his friends and family members are going to have a
block party.
A block party.
Yeah
party. That's a new one on me.
I've heard that one before.
It's a cute little design. That
Music and auctions and food, face painting, fun jumps for kids, bake sales, T-shirts, all to help him out. We're not sure. I don't see the time at Frank's, but usually they start that around
10 o'clock.
Middle of the morning, and then they just go until the crowd can handle it.
That's correct. And that's going to be on June the 18th. So you've got a couple of weeks to kind of save up a few dollars to be able to bid on some of the. That's where they really do well with these
the auctions.
Is the auction that the gifts are donated, and friends will bid against friends just for the heck of it to rate. In other words, because they know it's a good cause.
That's it.
Paul Vidrine.
We got this weekend is the Church Point Buggy Festival from June 3rd to June 5th. Go by Church Point. There's music all weekend long right there in the center of town. You get to see all the old-timey buggies come out. They bring them out the back. The parade's going to be Saturday, June 4th at 1 p.m. So go by, have a good time. Miss Kathy Como sent us a nice email, watches the show every week, she says. Oh, how about this? Are we back from break? I guess we are. Welcome back, KSLO and television. But happy birthday to Miss Allison Higginbottom. She is 23 years